Hello students, welcome to video lecture on multiple choice questions on transistors. This is lecture number 2nd. In lecture number 1st, I have discussed multiple choice questions on basics of transistors. In this lecture, I am going to discuss multiple choice questions on transistor biasing. So what is transistor biasing? The process of raising the strength of weak signal without change in its general shape is called faithful amplification. Faithful amplification. In order to get faithful amplification, a transistor amplifier must satisfy three basic conditions. And what are that three basic conditions? First one, proper zero signal collector current. Second, minimum proper base emitter voltage at any instant. And third, minimum proper collector emitter voltage at any instant. These are three basic requirements for faithful amplification. Now here, see simple transistor amplifier circuit. It is common emitter mode circuit. Currents are shown here. IB base current, it is, we can write IB plus IB. Now this IB, it is DC current, while this IB, it is AC current, and this AC current, it is due to signal which we have to amplify. Similarly, IC is equal to IC plus IC. Here again, this is DC current, this is AC current. Similarly, IE is equal to IE plus IE. Now here, when there is no signal, some base current will flow, some collector current will flow. We take output in the collector circuit. To get faithful amplification means here, suppose we have input signal like this. Suppose VI, input AC signal has shape like this. Then output of the amplifier must have the same shape, only it is in amplified form. So such a amplification is called faithful amplification. But if suppose input is like this is Vi with time, and suppose we take V0, and suppose output is like this, then it is not faithful amplification because we do not get same shape. In order to get faithful amplification, the transistor must satisfy these three conditions. So here, the condition 1 and 2 ensure that the base emitter junction remains forward bias, means this base emitter junction, it must remain always forward bias. At any instant, means during positive cycle, positive half cycle, as well as during negative half cycle of the signal, base emitter voltage must be forward bias, means base emitter junction must be forward bias. And this condition 3, minimum proper collector emitter voltage at any instant ensures that this base collector junction is always reverse bias. Always means during the cycle, input cycle of AC signal. Then and then we get faithful amplification. Means for positive cycle as well as for negative cycle, here we have taken positive cycle. So suppose at the input we have positive cycle of the signal, base emitter junction is forward bias, base collector junction is reverse bias. Similarly, in negative half cycle of signal, base emitter junction must be forward bias, base collector junction must be reverse bias. Then and then you will get proper amplification. So for that purpose, if signal is 0, Vi is 0 here, at that time here you must get certain collector current, so that when we apply signal, we get faithful amplification. So that collector current does not become negative. So these are required. So to achieve this, biasing is done, and in that biasing, in place of two batteries, single battery is used. And we have three biasing methods: fixed bias or base resistor method. This is first method used in here. Now see here, plus VCC, this is battery, and here collector resistance, and here we connect RB, that is resistance between base and VCC, RB. If we see from input side, means from this side, we get VCC is equal to IB plus VBE. This is according to Kirchhoff's law. So RB is equal to VCC minus VBE upon IB. So when RB is fixed, we get IB fixed, and corresponding IC is also fixed, because IE is equal to IC plus IB. For such a fixed bias resistor method, the stability factor is S is equal to beta plus 1, where beta is current amplification factor. Now this advantages of this circuit is that this is a simple circuit which uses very few components. Biasing conditions can easily be set, and it provides maximum flexibility in the design. There is no loading of the source by biasing the circuit, since no resistor is employed between base and emitter. But this has some disadvantages also. The method provides poor stabilization. Because there is no means to stop a self increase in collector current due to temperature rise, and individual variation, that is thermal stability, is not provided by the circuit. Since IC depends on IB, here IC depends on IB, and IB is fixed due to RB. It shifts the operating point of the transistor. So these are some disadvantages. Operating point is shifted. Now next method, it is collector to base bias circuit. Here also, if we see from input side, actually this is positive of battery, this is negative of battery. So from input side, you can write here VCC is equal to IC plus IB into RC plus IB RB plus you will have here VBE, but IB is small, so you can write VCC is equal to IC RC plus IB RB plus VB. So here you will get RB is equal to this. Here we have used IC is equal to beta times IB. Beta times IB. And this is called biasing with feedback resistor. So here resistance it is connected like this. Resistance it is connected like this, and we take output in the collector circuit. So we can say that part of output is fed back to input. And then we apply signal between these two. Here we apply signal. So this is method. Its stability factor is less than beta plus 1. So it has more stability than this method, fixed bias method or base resistor method. So this is more stable as compared to this first one. Now next method is voltage divider bias method. So here this is voltage divider circuit. This is voltage divider circuit. So we have here I1 is equal to I2 plus IB, but IB is small, very small. So you can write I1 is approximately equal to I2. So what happens here? VCC will be equal to I1 R1 plus I2 R2, like this. And what is here? So you can write here I2 into R1 plus R2, because I1 will be equal to I2. So I2 is equal to VCC upon R1 plus R2. And what is voltage across this V2? So V2 will be equal to VCC upon R1 plus R2, that is current into resistance. So this is voltage between base and this ground. Now if we apply Kirchhoff's law for this closed one, you will get, means here V2 is equal to VBE plus IER. Now from output side, from this side, we can have VCC is equal to ICRC plus VCE plus IER. So VCE is equal to VCC minus RC, IC into RC plus RE, because IC is approximately equal to IE, because IB is small. This circuit provides more stability and it is more commonly used biasing circuit. Now we will go to multiple choice questions. First one, transistor biasing is done to keep ... in the circuit. Proper zero signal collector current, proper alternating current, the base current large, collector base junction, forward bias. So we do transistor biasing to maintain proper zero signal collector current, as well as base emitter junction always forward bias and base collector junction always reverse bias. So here this first one is correct. First one is correct. Next one, if biasing is not done in an amplifier circuit, it results. So you may get unfaithful amplification when proper biasing is not done. So here first one, decrease in the base current, excessive collector bias, unfaithful amplification, zero emitter current. So here third one is correct. Now transistor biasing is generally provided by a biasing circuit, bias batteries, AC signal, AC and DC signal. So here we have seen three examples. So this one, it is biasing circuit. So transistor biasing is done using some biasing circuit. So this first one is correct. For faithful amplification by transistor circuit, the value of base emitter voltage VBE for silicon transistors should be. It must not follow below 0.7 volt for silicon transistor. So it must be greater than or equal to zero point 0.7 volt. So here this one is correct. This one is correct. Now for proper operation of the transistor, its collector should have proper forward bias, proper reverse bias, very small size at lower potential than base. So if we take here NPN transistor, suppose this is collector base emitter, and since it is NPN, we apply here positive signal, and here some resistance, then here signal, and here battery VBB VCC. So here this junction must be always reverse bias. So here collector must be at higher potential than base, and collector, it is properly reverse bias. If beta is current amplification factor, then stability factor in the base resistor biasing method is. So stability factor for base resistor biasing method, it is beta plus 1. It is beta plus 1. For here we have seen this circuit. For biasing with feedback resistor, collector to base bias circuit, it is less than beta plus 1. Less than beta plus 1. Now next one. This circuit that provides the best stabilization of operating point is. So here we have seen three: base resistor bias, collector feedback bias, potential divider bias. So potential divider bias, it provides more stability. The biasing with feedback resistor circuit has a stability factor of 50. Means here S is equal to 50. S is equal to 50. If due to temperature change, ICBO changes by 1 microampere. ICBO means leakage current, collector base leakage current when emitter is open. Changes by 1 microampere. Then IC will change by what? So here IC changes S times, means here it is beta plus 1 times as much as any change in collector leakage current. Collector leakage current ICBO. So here collector current changes by 1 microampere. So IC changes by what? S times ICBO. So it is 50 into 1 microampere. So it will change by 50 microampere. So change in collector current is large. That's why stability is less in this case. Now the purpose of resistance in the emitter circuit of transistor amplifier is 2. So here we have seen here. Here resistance is used in emitter circuit. So when we apply here input signal, what is use of this resistance Re? What is use of resistance Re? So this Re, it provides always that this VBE, it remains greater than 0.7 volt, or base emitter junction remains forward bias always. That is the so it limits the current IE, so that here we know potential is V2. Potential is V2. So here V2, and V2 is equal to what? VBE plus IER. So here this resistance limits the collector current during any cycle of means during the cycle of uh, input signal, so that VBE always remains greater than 0.7 volt. That's why resistance is used in emitter circuit. So here limit the change in emitter current. This is the correct answer. The base resistor method of transistor is generally used. So this in amplifier circuits, switching circuit, rectifier circuits, regulated power supply circuits, actually it is used in switching circuits. Generally used in switching circuits. In the base resistor method, if the value of beta changes by 50, then collector change current will change by the factor. So it changes by the factor beta. So beta times IC. So it changes by the factor 50. Next one. In the given circuit below, the collector to emitter voltage VCE is. Neglect VBE and take beta is equal to 100. So this circuit it is given here, and we have to find VCE. Now we can take here IC, here IE, here it is IP. Let us take this as R1, this as R2, this as R2. Now what happens here? If we neglect IB, we get VCC is equal to, here current is I1, here it is I2, I1 will be equal to I2, so we'll get here VCC is equal to I1 R1 plus I2 R2 from input side. So here I1 or I2 is equal to VCC upon R1 plus R2. So V2, potential difference across this resistance here, V2 here, will be equal to VCC upon R1 plus R2 into R2. So you will get V2 is equal to. So V2 is equal to, now VCC is 10 upon 10 kilo ohm plus 10 kilo ohm multiplied by 10 kilo ohm. So you will get 5 volt. So you will get V2 is equal to 5 volt. Now, so 5 volt will come here. Now we have to neglect VBE. So whatever potential across this, let us call this as VE. This VE will be equal to IERE. So VE will be equal to what? V2. Because here VBE plus VE. VBE plus VE will be equal to V2. VBE plus VE will be equal to V2, but we neglect this small. So we'll get V2 is equal to VE, VE is equal to IERE. So IE is equal to VE upon RE. Now IE is equal to VE upon RE means V is 5 volt upon 10 kilo ohm is 10 into 10 raised to 3 ohm. So we get here 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 ampere. So this is IE. Now we know IE is approximately equal to IC. Here we have taken IB small. So from output side, means from this side, output side, if we take, we will get VCC is equal to ICRC plus VCE plus IERE from output side. So we can write here VCC is equal to IE into RC plus RE plus VCE. So VCE will be equal to VCC minus IE in bracket RC plus RE. Now VCC it is 10 volt minus 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 plus RC is 10 kilo, RC is 5 kilo ohm. So 5 into 10 raised to 3 plus 10 into 10 raised to 3. So it is 10 minus 0.5. 10 raised to 3 you can take common. So into 50. So 10 minus you can get here 7.5. So it is 2.5 volt. So here first one is correct. First one is correct. Now next one. For the following circuit, the collector voltage with respect to ground will be. Means here with respect to ground. Here. VC we have to find here. Now how can we find? Now emitter diode voltage is 0.7 volt. Beta of transistor is large. Beta of transistor is large. So here beta is large. This gives you IB small. IB small means approximately equal to 0 for large beta. Now if we take from the input side means this part. You will get, so here I can take this resistance as RB, this current as IB. Between these we have voltage VBE, this resistance is RE. So we can have IBRB plus VBE plus IERE, and this one will be equal to, means here this is closed circuit we can take, minus 3 volt is equal to 0 using Kirchhoff's law. But we have taken IB equal to 0 means nearly 0. So you will have VBE plus IERE minus 3 volt is equal to 0. So IERE will be equal to 3 minus VBE. So IERE will be equal to 3 minus 0.7. So you will get here 2.3 IE RE. So what is IE? IE is equal to 2.3 upon RE, means 1 kilo ohm. So 2.3 upon 1 into 10 raised to 3. So you will get IE is equal to 2.3 into 10 raised to minus 3 ampere, means 2.3 milliampere. And this one will be equal to what? IC also. So IC is also equal to 2.3 milliampere, means. So what happens here? If we take this part with respect to ground and this part, we can find 10 volt will be equal to RC into IC plus VC plus VC. So we'll get here 10 is equal to 10 minus IC RC will be equal to VC. So we get here 10 minus IC is 2.3 into 10 raised to minus 3 and RC is 3 kilo ohm. So 3 into 10 raised to 3. This is VC. So here you can find this as uh, 10 minus so it is 3.1 volt is equal to VC. So you can have here 3.1 volt. This first one is correct. Now next one, consider the transistor circuit shown in the figure. Assume VBE is equal to 0.7 volt, VBB is equal to 6 volt and the leakage current is negligible. What is the required value of RB in kilo ohms if the base current is to be 4 microampere? Means here VBE it is 0.7 volt, VBB it is 6 volt and suppose IB is flowing. So from input side, from this side, you will get VBB is equal to IBRB plus VB. So here you will get VBB minus VBE is equal to IBRB. So here RB will be equal to VBB minus VBE upon IB. Now VBB is 6 minus 0.7 volts divided by IB is 4 microampere, means 4 into 10 raised to minus 6. So we get here RB is equal to, now this is 5.3 divided by 4 into 10 raised to 6. So here 1.325 5.3 divided by 4 into 10 raised to 6, means you can write this 1325 into 10 raised to 3 ohm. So it is 1325 kilo ohm. So 1325 kilo ohm. So this one is correct. This one is correct. Now next one. Following figure shows a silicon transistor biased by feedback resistor method. What is the value of base current? What is the value of base current? Now, here voltage, that is VBE, is equal to 0.7 volt. Now let us consider this input side. So we get here VCC will be equal to ICRC plus you have to go like this. So here IBRB plus VBE. Now what is beta? We know beta is IC upon IB. So IC is equal to beta times IB. So VCC is equal to beta times IBRC plus IBRB plus VBE. So you will get VCC is equal to now IB into beta RC plus RB plus VBE. So now here, so VCC is equal to how much? It is 10 volt. So it is 10 volt. We have to find IB. Beta is 100. RC is 1 kilo ohm. So into 1 into 10 raised to 3 plus RB is 50 kilo ohm. So 50 into 10 raised to 3 plus VB. Now if V is 0.7, so you will get 10 minus 0.7 upon. Now here you will get 150 into 10 raised to 3, that is IB. So this is 150 into 10 raised to 3. That is IB. So we will get here this has 9.3 divided by you can write 50 in 15 into 10 raised to 4. So this is equal to IB is equal to 9.3 divided by 15 into 10 raised to minus 4. So if we find this, you will get 0.15 into 6, that is 90. So you will get something 6, 2 into 10 raised to minus 4. So it is 62 into 10 raised to minus 6 ampere is. So this is equal to 62 microampere. So here out of 4, this third one is correct. This third one is correct. Now next one. In the given circuit, VCC is equal to 10 volt. So 10 volt. Beta is equal to 100. For NPN transistor, the collector voltage VC. Collector voltage VC. Now here, if we take this input side, here it is VBE. So start from this. So we will get 5.7 is equal to IB RB plus VB. So we get here IB is equal to 5.7 minus VBE upon RB. So we get here 5.7 minus 0.7, that is VBE, divided by 100 kilo ohm into 10 raised to 3. So we will get 5 upon 10 raised to 5. So we get here 5 into 10 raised to minus 5 ampere. this is IB. Now what is IC? IC is equal to beta times IB. So IC is beta is 100. So 100 into 5 into 10 raised to minus 5. So you will get 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 ampere. So that is 5 milliampere. This is IC. Now from output side, means from this point to ground, you will get here ICRC plus VC. So we will get here ICRC plus VC. ICRC plus VC is equal to VCC. Now IC, that is 5 into 10 raised to minus 3. RC we have 1 kilo ohm, that is 1 into 10 raised to 3 plus VC is equal to 10. So we will get 5 plus VC is equal to 10. So VC is equal to 10 minus 5, that is 5 volt. So you will get this VC is equal to 5 volt. So this last one is correct. This is last one is correct. So this is about multiple choice questions on transistor biasing. If you like my lecture, I request you to subscribe this channel and also press like button. Thanks very much.